Hello, Aaron and John. Here is your sewer scope from today's inspection. That's me in the basement, just giving you a little bit of orientation. There's the clean out on that main sewer stack. We start out this drop down is PVC. Everything else, once we're in the pipe, it is cast iron. From the start until I run out of ability to move the camera forward. The pipe has not been maintained very well over the years. There's a fair amount of buildup. There is a decent amount of scaling. If you just look up at the top of the pipe, just flaking, scaling, buildup on the bottom of the pipe, other material that's adhered to the pipe over the years. Really the biggest thing with the line that I can see is it just needs to be cleaned. We're going to get to the point, about 80-ish feet or so out, where I just can't push any further. It's like I said today, there's a couple of relatively aggressive turns in the pipe, and because there's buildup, and those turns tend to catch more material, it's tough to get around them, one, and two, it really inhibits my ability to push, it's a 3/8 inch cable, that far out. This is the first one right here, where I just can't make this turn. One, it's a fairly aggressive turn, but you can see the buildup on the left right there. So what I'm going to do, my first approach is always to get some water running. The problem is that I can't run water in the upstairs floors, like in the bathroom that's directly above it, or any of the other fixtures upstairs, because I'm not sure what actually comes down that main sewer pipe. And knowing that the clean out is up on the pipe and not down in the floor, if I ran water from above, it's just going to come shooting out at me, and I generally don't like to have that happen. So, that said, I'm going to the laundry sink, turning on water there, and that should get me enough, or will get me enough, to get around this bend right here. I can just kind of surf my way around it, and then I'll get going again. So bear with me just a second. Well, while we're waiting, there's two approaches to cleaning a pipe. One would be hydrojetting, which is generally much more expensive than cabling or putting cutter heads through the pipe. With cast iron like this, cutter heads would definitely be the way to go. Again, it's a quarter of the price of hydrojetting. It'll clean it up. It'll get rid of a lot of the junk and get rid of the scale as well. The other thing is, after you have it cleaned, I would have it re-videoed, just to get an eyeball on the pipe, just to see the condition of it, to make sure that there isn't any hidden damage behind all of this muck and gunk, and to get out all the way to the city connection. There we go. We made that turn. I apologize for the quality of the picture. It is, again, there's a lot of buildup in the pipe, so the water that runs through. Here's another turn right there. I'm sorry I breezed past that pretty quickly. But there was kind of a rough edge on the side that I think that's the reason why I stopped moving forward in another, about 20 feet or so. Holding a little bit of water right there, not terrible. Got another relatively aggressive turn right here. Gotten around this. But again, now the progress is going to be really slow. I'll get another 8 or so feet out, and then that'll be as far as I can go. This is about it. So again, once you descale the pipe, get rid of the muck. It'll make the interior of it a lot smoother, and it'll make it a lot easier to be able to navigate the pipe. So the problem is we just have decades of buildup in here that we have to get rid of before we can get all the way to the end. You never know. I mean, the house is set back fairly decent position from the street, so you could have another 20-25 feet of pipe ahead of this that you want to see as well. This will be, I'll kind of futz around with this a little bit longer, see if I can't get going, but eventually I'll start pulling back. I'll keep the camera rolling. Feel free to watch the return trip. Reach out to me if you have any questions or if I can be of service.